Guys, James here today, and welcome to the final video in the series of mansion builds, or mansion room builds, or mansion build videos. Yeah, I know we finally got there, but finally at the last video. There's so many of these. But today we're going to be doing the rest of the exterior, everything that's not quite finished off outside. That includes the greenhouse here, and a lot of the outdoor living space too. So this is, all the final finishing touches. Final finishing touches? Yeah, everything like that. So the greenhouse, I basically needed a set number of little planters because I didn't want to grow too much, but I'm growing at least 8 orchids. We need a couple of places for lilies, birds of paradise, death flowers, crocus, and bluebells, because all of those are going to be used either in flower arrangements or we use them to scent them. So bluebells, you scent flower arrangements to make them timeless. Crocus, you set them to do the bee calming, so you put it next to one of the bee boxes and the bees are like chill and relaxed. So I was just making sure that we had enough of these, and the reason I have a sim here and we sort of jumped forward is because I took 1,000 years trying to get a layout that would work, and I have the sim here testing that this works, because I really wanted these planters not to be on the ground. I wanted them to be in an interesting location, so we placed them up here. I decided to place them on these sort of kitchen cabinets. We used the smallest cabinet. We put them there so they look like a shelf or something. If you watch the original live stream where I did this, I spent, I don't know, like an hour trying to do like a shelf or something. We did so much, and we did so much decoration to it, and it didn't work. And it was driving me mental. So in the end, we figured out we could use these kitchen cabinets, and it worked fine. So that's what we did. Then here in the middle, I just left them on the floor, and we have this table that's filled with these decorative items. They're all hidden items from Buy to Bug, which is a cheat that you can use to unlock sort of hidden items in the game. So we have like this sort of leaf blower thing. We've got a machete sitting there. We've got like some cans and some gardening implements, all that kind of stuff just sitting there on the table, because I was like, yeah, anything that sort of fits in with a greenhouse element is exactly what we're going to be doing in here. And this, I think the greenhouse looks really, really cool again. It's just got a bunch of gardening stuff, a bunch of outdoor like tools and all that. And during the day, especially when we have like sort of light shining through all the glass ceiling and the windows, it looks so nice. I mean, it does look really, really good in the end, I think. And that broom, I did put that broom in. Yeah, so you might see me adding a few things to the rest of the house, which, by the way, if you haven't seen the rest of the house, you should definitely do it. There's like a lot of videos on the house. I don't know how many there are. There's a whole playlist though. There's a whole playlist. You can watch the house building each room, and then the house tour, which I actually released the house tour as the first video because we finished this before we did all of these. So it's all there. You can download it. It's great. That hose is like, I love that hose item. I kind of wish I actually used a hose. I don't know I don't know how you'd do it though. It'd probably look really stupid if you watered plants with a hose that wasn't connected to anything, but be cool if I could somehow use that kind of stuff, so around the side here, so off to the right hand side is our farm, which if you want to know more about this farm, watch the building video, which I think is the first one in the building sort of section. It was like a 30-minute video where we built the entire house and we did all the landscaping. So this is the entrance to the farm, and I was like, I think on the way to and from the farm, like in and out, we should just have a table where you can just sort of dump down anything. Maybe like you're working on a new flower arrangement, or you're working on doing some gardening stuff. So this is just sort of where you just chuck down your tools or whatever. And that's exactly what this is. We just have a bunch of plants here. It was just a nice little area to sort of put a bunch of decorative stuff that looks pretty cool, I think, in the end. And just sort of, spruce it up a little bit. So yeah, the table is just covered in all that kind of stuff. And it's just something that, because the whole farm is decorative, essentially, except Patchy. Patchy's not decorative. Don't you dare call him just decorative. Patchy's not, and we got the wishing well there underneath, and we had also the bubble blower at the back. Now we have this huge area here at the front of the house, which I thought would be perfect for a dog training area, because not only is it sort of out of the way, like it's not like you don't see this from the street, like you can't see this, so it's not right in your face on the front lawn, which I really like. So it's sort of hidden away here, but we also have this huge space for it. So I just set up this small little dog course where we can train Scooby, teach him some new tricks and all that. And then there was a great idea from viewers of the live stream at the time to create like a little dog house. And I was trying to figure out how to do it, because my first idea, as you can see here, was to do use half walls and do like a little dog door. But I was like, how do we do a roof on that? Because it would have to be a flat roof, which we could do with items, which would be kind of annoying. Or we'd have to do it like this and sort of curve the roof over it. And then I was like, well, we'd have to do 2 of those, and then it ends up being 4 tiles wide because we can't really fit it any smaller than that. And we need it to at least be 2 by 2 because we need to be able to fit the dog bed in there. So I came up with this idea. Why don't we just make it like a little, almost like a little barn, and use like a curved roof, put the door in that, and then have that as the doghouse. Now, I haven't actually tested this yet, which I probably should. But either way, even if it doesn't work, I thought it looked really cool. It was like a little bit of fun. So you can see I was trying to find like the red. I don't know why it took me so long to find the right red siding, but there it is. I put it on there, just turned it into like a little barn, and I thought that was super cool. And then I think at the back I did like a little window as well. So inside of it, I just do like a dog bed and I think like a dog toy or something. It would have been, I would love to have done like the food bowl in there, but there's obviously no way we could get a sim in there to ever fill up the food bowl. So we can't really have it as like a place that we can actually use by a sim. So we just did that. I just did like the sort of same flooring, and then there was like a dog bed in there. I had to use move objects to place it. I really hope it works, because that would actually be so awesome. And I did like a stash of dog toys. Like he's brought the toys back in there, just sort of left them there. And then around the front here, I was like, this area, because it is like a little courtyard space, I was like, we should probably just do a bunch of like benches here, like sort of permanent benches that were sort of just built into the area. So I sort of like line them up around the hedges. And then I think I do a few like pot plants here and there as well, just to sort of fill it in a little bit. Because I was like, this should be a place that you can come hang out, sit outside. And again, something like a similar thing that we've been doing throughout the entire house was trying to make every room useful and usable and a reason to go there. So I wanted to make the outdoors usable. So that's why we did the dog training area. We've also got a little dog house and a bunch of benches. And then in a second's time, it must be really soon, on the side of the workshop, we add on a bunch of stuff here because I was like, this is like perfect for it. We've got so much space. So let's go ahead and I think we added a basketball hoop, because I was like, that is a perfect place for it. And we also do the huge graffiti mural, because I was like, oh my God, that'd be awesome to be able to paint the wall. So I was like, we're totally going to do that. Have a big mural there. We'll totally paint that up. And also, speaking of which, painting a big mural, I think speaks like really, really closely to the sort of ideals of this family. Like they're all about being weird and sort of quirky. So I was like, I think that'd be good. I think Luna and Raggy could sort of paint that together. I was like, that'll go really nicely. At the front of the house there, we also did some little wind chimes as well. I think we used like the aluminium ones. Not aluminum, aluminium for sure. We used those, and then you saw I just did like a little light at the front as well. So now out by the pool, we got this pergola here, which if you recall took forever. And we just need to do some lighting because now it's a little bit dark. And oh, by the way, you can see what I'm doing here. For some reason, there's like a gap visually in the roof when you look up. And it was annoying me, even though it's something that we'd probably never see in gameplay. It annoyed me. So I got out these like wooden planks from Bydebug, sized them up a little bit, and then I'm using those, and we're using move objects, and we're moving them up. That was my plan. And it does actually look pretty good in the end, because that's how it works, and it works fine. And we've got the hot tub there by the pool. We got a couple of pool ladders, and it's like a little bit of seating out here. I didn't want to do too much because I don't think we really needed much seating out here. We didn't really need much here at all, to be honest. But I was like, we'll do like a little bit of seating here next to the hot tub. So maybe if you're like hanging out with some friends or something, and they want to get in the hot tub, but you don't, you could sit there and they could sit in the hot tub or whatever, you know, that kind of thing. Just a really chill environment. So we've got those lights hanging down from the top, lighting everything up. And this is where I decided to, this is actually annoying. So I originally placed the planks on the ground floor, like on ground level. And I realized it's like, if I just place them on the next level, they wouldn't show up all the time, because when the walls are down, they were still sort of floating in your face. But it's like now they don't. So that was good. I tried to move the lights up, but then I forgot that the lights wouldn't light anything below them. So had to leave those there. But anyway, in the end, it worked out just fine. And there you go. Just a little table there. And I think we do maybe like monkey bars somewhere. Do we do monkey bars? I can't remember. I know we got the swing. I don't know. Maybe we didn't do monkey bars. Over here, this has been sort of really, really average for the longest time, like the barbecue area. So it's like, okay, well, we have to do this up. This has to be a proper area. It has to be actually finished, because it can't look dodgy. Like it's got to look good. It's undercover as well, so I thought that was quite good. So I kind of built in the barbecue too, like the counters, and sort of like blended it all together, which I thought looked quite cool. And then did I get a sink there in the end, or what did I do with that? Maybe I didn't bother doing a sink, because I was going to, but you could see that you could see the barbecue sort of like clipping through it. So I was like, yeah, probably won't work. And we just got like a few little implements out there. Oh yeah, the drains. I love these drains. I don't know how often I use them, or if I even use them more than once. But I was like, okay, well, we got to do gutters and that. I think we already had gutters around the front, but we don't have any around the back. So I think I added that on, and then maybe like a drain underneath it. I don't know. It's just like a little detail that I thought was kind of cool to sort of add that in. And oh yeah, the reason there's a drain there is because that's like sort of where the roof line goes to, so it would like drip down and maybe it would drip down to the drain or something. I don't know. I thought it was cool, so stop judging me, okay? Even though no one said anything yet, but stop judging me. And then, yeah, so there's that little drain underneath there. But let's go ahead into the game and check out the house in its final form. And you know what? I guess with that, we're actually done with the entire house. So we don't have to just show one room at a time anymore. Here is the entire house, completely finished, with all the little finishing touches we did outside. So there's a little barbecue area there. We obviously did the greenhouse, which I think, oh, look at, yeah. So this is what it looks like with the lighting. Let's just go into it nice and slowly. Here we go with the lighting. Like the sun coming through in here. I think this looks really, really great. Especially when all the plants are in here. You can see in the gameplay, some of the videos I've done already, with all the plants growing in here. It looks really, really cool. So that is this little area here. I love that you can see the house just there as well. And then, so back out this way, we have obviously the pool area over this side, where we did the lights and the little planks. Oh my God, that plank is on the ground. I'm sorry. Oh, you know what it is? It's because I placed this lot from the gallery. Yeah, stuff that's outside and raised up, if you place it from the gallery, it drops to the ground. I'm really sorry about that. Things that are in rooms don't, though. Anyway, so my actual house is not like that, but there you go. So that's those lights there. And then we got, we'll go around the front to the dog area. I mean, we can look at the entire house, really, but over here, there's our little dog training zone that we just did. Which I think is really cool because it's like set up in like a little course. So hopefully we can actually like loop through it in like a circle. Well, it's not really a circle, but you know what I mean. And we'll obviously got the little dog house here, where Sebastian will be sleeping most of the time, of course. I would like to see if this works. Still have not tested this. I don't know. Or it might not. Even if it doesn't, I still think it's pretty cool to have that there. And then obviously we had the sort of mural and the basketball hoop there off to on the side of the little workshop area. But that is, I guess that's the house. And with that, we're pretty much done with the entire build. It's kind of sad, you know. It's been nice and comforting to have a new build video of this every other day. There's that little side bit that we did as well, that we did. But that is it. That's everything. We got the secret hidden bowling alley down there. If you want to watch that build video, you should. We got the living room, the office, the bathroom, the hallway and foyer, the dining room, the garage, the kitchen. The workshop is out over here. And the upstairs loft reject bedroom, the upstairs landing, the master bedroom, walk-in robe, master ensuite, and then we got the baby's room, we got the family bathroom, Richie's room, and then Raggy's room. And that is the entire house. I still have plans to add more to it, but that, for now, is the entire house that you can download off the gallery if you choose to do so. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed this series. It was something really different for a house build to do this many videos on it. And I know, interestingly, some people are like, oh yeah, milk it for the money, which, to be fair, is not, definitely wasn't the reason I did it this way, but let's be honest, it doesn't hurt to have like 20 videos out of one house. But the reason actually was because it took so long to do this. Like it was, and I think I might have mentioned this in one of the other videos, but it was, I think I have like 14 hours of build footage, or maybe more. Maybe it was more than that. I don't remember. But it took something ridiculous. So the thing is, if I sped it all up even into one video, it would be at least a few hours long. It'd be like 2 hours long still, just for the one video. And I didn't think just arbitrarily cutting it up into like part 1, part 2, part 3 would be a great idea. So that's why I thought if we did it room by room, we can sort of take a closer look at each room and sort of analyze interesting parts about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is not something we're going to be doing often for every house build. Normal house builds will still happen, of course, but it was just for this one because it was slightly different, a bit special, and a lot more was put into each room than I might normally do in a build. So yeah, in short, hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't enjoy it, you can be happy that it's now over. But until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you and have an awesome day.